Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So we're currently witnessing how the Elliott Wave count that we talked about in the previous video is working out at the moment. So we are working on another low here. Did highlight in the previous video that we could really only count 5 waves down in this C wave, and we seem to be heading deeper into support. Now we haven't broken yet this low, the Wednesday low basically at around 17.15, but I think we're on a good way. But it's still a corrective mess in which we are. So idea was to still go a little lower because so far we haven't really seen any impulsive price action to the upside, and the move that occurred on Wednesday, between Wednesday and Thursday, that was really just a 3-wave rally. That's why I did label it as a B wave high, and we're coming down into support, but really it's just a sideways Saturday. Typical sideways Saturday, even though some coins are just now starting to sell off a little bit, just going a little bit deeper into their relevant support areas. And to be honest, at the moment, I think Bitcoin, Ethereum still have a little way to go into their support areas, whereas a lot of altcoins are already quite deep in support, but many of them still have space as well. Just a few ideas again here on the, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. For Ethereum, it's basically an unchanged scenario. Actually, scenario is currently working out in terms of getting a little bit of a deeper pullback. But so that you are aware, we've got these 2 scenarios. We've got the scenario in which we completed a wave 1 to the upside here on the 14th of March, came down in a wave 2. We're now in a 3rd wave rally that should take us to around 2,200 plus. But within that 3rd wave, we have another 1-2 setup here. This wave 2 might just be playing out right now. Could go down a little bit deeper as long as it holds 1662. Everything is fine in this particular scenario, and we could rally in a 3rd wave of a 3rd later. So in my opinion, bullish continuation here preferred as long as we're holding support. Yeah, that is always the condition. Below 1662, this particular setup will become much less likely. Yeah, what happens below 1662? Below 1662, this is basically the per se invalidation point, even though it's not really invalidation for the scenario. But as you know, below the 78.6 retrace, if we get a sustained break, then we typically expect an invalidation. So I always call it invalidation point, even though as per typical Elliott wave, invalidation will only occur below the beginning of the wave 1, which is 1610. But if we drop below 1662, the idea is that, okay, maybe we are here in alternative wave 2, so a larger wave 2. That all of this was a wave 1, and we're coming down in large wave 2, right? So this is sort of the, let's call it alternative, both probable though, both likely outcomes. What you can never tell if a correction has started, and this is clearly a correction, how deep will it really go? Yeah. So do we get away with a shallow correction? Do we need a bit of a deeper correction? That is what the market has to show us, of course. That's basically it. And in both scenarios, I'd be looking at continuation to the upside. If also then in the yellow box support fails, so that would be 1472. What happens then? Well, we would just move back into the larger wave 2. I actually need to put that on the chart because could also be that this wave 2 was never finished, even though that's not currently my primary path. Yeah, but if we come back here into the green support area, then I have to assume that the move down that happened between the 16th of Feb here and the 9th of March or 10th of March was just the A wave of the wave 2, not the wave 2 complete, only the A wave. Then the move up here as a B wave, and the move down as a C wave. Let's actually double check how far did we actually go, because there's a certain limit how high an overshooting B wave should go. Should normally not go above the 1.38 retracement. Oh yeah, see, that's still valid actually. That is absolutely valid. Bitcoin did go above the 1.38, but I have seen overshooting B waves that did go above the 1.38. It's just not too likely, right? And this is the scenario. But even then, I would look at continuation to the upside in the worst case then from the green support area. How to treat this from a tactical point of view. So we have basically 3 larger support areas. We've got the small one, the imminent one, bit of a larger or more relevant one. The yellow one and the green one is still the main one here. As long as we hold 1218, this overall scenario here of a wave 2 and a wave 3 ongoing is intact. Yeah, so scaling is an option here. What will I do? I will probably start to scale in shortly again. But Bitcoin, Ethereum haven't come down enough for me yet. I'd like to see a little bit more downturn to start scaling into Bitcoin, Ethereum. ADA and other altcoins have already pulled back quite a lot, but I already added them in their relevant green areas a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, just waiting for that to play out. If it does, which is always, nobody knows really, but ideally, as long as we're holding above support, we have to focus on higher. There is no point, as long as support areas are holding, to talk about really bearish scenarios, right? Especially as long as the orange and the yellow one are both holding. Of course, if we go back deeper into the green support zone, then new bear market lows get very likely. But we're not there yet. We can only take into consideration, trade, and analyze what we see. And what we see is still the possibility that, new bear market lows could occur. It's just that the latest movements, especially the 5-wave impulse of the November low, plus the pullback into the support area and the bullish reaction, have made this less likely. But this is now all about how deep do we go. Currently still focused here on the upside, but short-term downside. If we go back into the 15-minute chart, you will actually see this. I already posted earlier on Discord and Telegram that we might still be in the wave 4, another wave 5 down is expected. And if we get a break below the 1730 level, that would be a confirmed break here of the Elliott Wave triangle, even though it didn't really become a beautiful triangle, but it probably was the end of the 4th wave. Now we can discuss, did the wave 4 end here? Did it end here or here? That's really micro counting, not too relevant. I'd like to put it here, actually the high, and then we're now in the 5th wave to the downside. Next support for me is obviously here the previous swing low at 1715, getting a bit of a bounce there possibly, and then 1701 will be the golden ratio. Would be surprised if we don't get any bounce from there, at least some kind of reaction. And if we measure now the length of waves 1 through 3, go to the high of the 4th, then very first target here would be for that 5th wave, the 1715 level, pretty much in line with the previous low. Then obviously we've got 1701 and then we've got 1685. They are not necessarily super reliable levels on a lower time frame, but certainly levels to watch. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.